The Standard Book of Spells by Miranda Goshawk has been source of magical knowledge for generations. You can always find it in your yearly Hogwarts book list. So in this video, we'll look at the newest card added to our magical arsenal, the Standard Book of Spells. Looking at the description, when played, 4 cards in your hand and the first upcoming card in your opponent's deck will be replaced by random one-use only spell or summon cards, that each cost 2 MP no matter their original cost. Levels of the random cards are affected by the level of the Standard Book of Spells and the level of these cards in your spell collection. The higher the latter two, the higher the level of your random cards. So the way that this card works is that when you use it, it replaces your entire hand. It replaces it with any card that's in your spell collection. This can even have multiples of the same card. It also replaces the next card in your opponent's deck. The cards that get added to your hand can only be used one time. So it's not like the Dumbledore Echo that adds the card to your rotation. The level of the card is the average of the Standard Book of Spells and that same card in your deck. For example, I have a level 9 Standard Book of Spells and an 11 Arpin. If the card gives you an Arpin, it will be a level 10 Arpin card. This does the same for your opponent and could potentially ruin their spell rotation. Now, because it gives you both charms and summons, it goes well with a lot of different echoes. The Dumbledore Echo gains the most benefit from it since any cast boosts the Dumbledore Echo. It also works well with Luna, Hermione, and Newt. Luna because it'll buff the Echo's effect, Hermione since if you get spells it triggers her effect, and Newt so that you can trigger his Echo and summon higher level creatures with just 2 MP. It's also fun to use with young Harry since all the spells are 2 MP, he'll just keep apparating around and attacking while you have MP to spare. This is a fairly advanced card to use since just like the Dumbledore Echo, you'll have to decide when to use it and which of the cards to use. So an understanding of all the cards is important. You also need to make sure that the other cards in your collection are gradually leveled up since that affects the level of the card that gets summoned by this card.
Help will always be given at
You also have to keep in mind that this will replace your entire hand, so you need to use at least one of them to see the cards from your regular deck.
Adventure.
Now, in conclusion, this is quite a powerful card, since it can give you powerful spells for only 2 MP early on in the match. It also requires some luck since more likely than not, it won't give you the card you're specifically looking for, so you have to be ready to use the cards that it gives you. It requires quick thinking and strategizing to use this card, but if you're skilled enough and your cards are leveled well enough, you'll definitely dominate with this spell. So will you be adding the Standard Book of Spells to your decks? Until next time, fellow mages, see you in the wizarding world.